And so let's get started on today's lesson. And let's have Oscar, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Apartments and house infinitive and gerund. In today's lesson, we'll talk about renting house or apartment. House and apartment vocabulary rent price.
Okay, good. That sounded great. Rent prices. Can you repeat
Rent prices.
prices?
Yes.
Nice. And then apartments. Apartments.
Apartments.
Yeah, apartments.
Apartments.
Good. Awesome job. Perfect. And let's go on to the first page. And let's have Oscar. Can you ask Dima the first question?
I made the question, yes? To Dimax.
Yeah.
Yes? How many times have you looked for an apartment or a house?
I look for an apartment, not so much times, but I think so 3 or 4 times in my life. And that's all. That's
Yes.
too many times.
Okay, yeah, good. So we'd say maybe I haven't looked for an apartment too many times. Maybe just 3 or 4 times. Can you repeat that sentence?
I haven't looked for an apartment too many times. Maybe just 3 or 4 times in my life.
Perfect. That's awesome. And Wisla, welcome to class. How are you doing today, Wisla?
Hello, I'm very well. What about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, and so let's have Wisla. Can you ask Bunser the next question?
What's the... sorry, I don't see. Okay, one moment. What's the hardest thing about finding an apartment?
The hardest thing to find the apartment, I think, is maybe a location that you need to search which location is good for your travel or your work or your school, and about the price, you choose decision to factor at least. I think is a hard thing, the location and the price.
Okay, that was good. It sounds like it's a little bit, maybe there's some background noise. Oscar, I'm gonna mute you just for now. It sounds like there's some birds in the background. So when you talk, just unmute yourself, and then when you're done talking, try to mute yourself again. So just so we can have that quiet a little bit. Bunserm,
Yes.
so you said the location is really important?
Yes.
Is that what you... Okay, yeah.
I think important.
Okay, good. And Wisla, what do you think is the hardest thing about finding an apartment, Wisla?
For me, the hardest thing to finding an apartment is the time. The looking for the apartment take a lot of time usually.
Nice. Okay, yeah, looking for an apartment takes a lot of time. Apartment takes a lot of time. Good. Yeah, so finding the time to actually do it, that's great. Okay, and Wisla, can you ask Oscar the last question.
Oscar, describe your apartment or house, please.
Isla, I have a house. I don't like apartment, but I have any repair for my cars. I need more space for this labor, and I have one house. Is your area is probably in meters, square meters. Is probably 20, 200 and a half and 50 meters.
Okay, so yeah, maybe my house is 250 square meters.
Yes.
And so I don't like apartments. I need more space to repair my cars, like a
Yes.
garage. Yeah. Awesome. Really cool. And what about you, Dima? Can you describe your house or apartment?
Yeah, I have an apartment with 2 rooms and not so much large or much big. My apartment only 50 meters, and I like much more, but it's not possible for me now.
Okay, but right now it's not possible. Good. Can you repeat those sentences that I wrote down? Can you repeat those sentences?
All sentences, yes?
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
an apartment with 2 rooms. It's pretty small, only 50 square meters. I'd like a bigger place, but right now it's not possible.
Yeah, good. You could also say it's impossible.
Yeah.
So just the prefix, but good. Really awesome job. And Boomser, what about you? Can you describe your apartment?
Yes, sure. My apartment is a small one too, because my apartment is uh, my apartment. We need some silent because we are student, so we need to some silent for doing some work and reading the book. But it's a very small room too. I like a bigger room, but it cannot control. Okay.
Okay. Good. So we need to be able to read and do work in silence.
Oh, silent.
Maybe.
Oh, or
But
maybe
good.
we use quiet. Okay.
Yeah. We need some quiet, or we need it to be quiet
Oh,
as well. You
okay.
could say. And so, Boomser, what are you studying? What do you study?
I'm study about science. Uh, in Thailand, I'm study about basic science. Basic science.
Cool.
To be a scientific.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And awesome. Let's move on to the next page. And let's have Wisla. Can you read the title?
Vocabulary. Read the words and define them.
Good. Really nice job. And Oscar, can you read the first 4 words? Sorry, Oscar.
Yes, advertisement, contract, sign, and deposit.
Okay, good. Advertisement, contract, sign, and deposit. Really good. And Dima, can you read the next 3 words?
Renter, landlord, repairs.
Nice. Renter, landlord, repairs. Perfect. And does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Any questions?
Sorry, we pronounce repairs or repairs?
Repairs.
Repairs. Repairs.
Yeah. So let's get that. Yeah, like that. Repairs. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions about any of these words?
Renter is the someone who rent the, for example, the apartment.
Yeah. Renter is the person who rents an apartment.
And
It's
landlord.
not.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. In an apartment. And then a landlord is the person who lets other people stay in their apartment. Who owns the apartment and lets others live in it. Does that make sense? The difference between a landlord, the person who's paying to live in the apartment, and the landlord is the person who owns the apartment and lets others live in it. Does that make sense?
Yes. And can we hire the apartment?
We would rent the apartment. Okay. And any other questions?
About the word of sign. Does it mean to the signature or not? Sign.
Yeah, so it could mean sign. So to sign
To sign.
is
Okay.
to write your name.
Okay.
And then a sign, which would be a noun, would be like something that shows like a name or a description. So you can have a sign showing like a McDonald's sign is just the golden arches. It's like a sign outside of McDonald's lets you know that that's there. But yeah, so the verb and a noun. Does that make sense, the difference?
Okay.
Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's have Bunserm. Can you use advertisement in a sentence? And let's have Dima. Can you use contract in a sentence? And let's have Oscar use repairs. And let's have Wisla use deposit. And so can you each choose or take your word and write a sentence in the chat box. So write a sentence here in the chat box.
In the chat? No?
Yeah, so in the chat box where I've been writing. So the application, the blue box right there. Nice job, Dima. Awesome. Let's get that on the board. Get a new sign. Okay. And so let's hold on for just a second while everybody else finishes their sentences. And David, welcome to class. David, how are you doing?
Hi Joshua. Sorry for the last class. I lost my connection.
Don't be sorry. It's not a big deal. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to
Uh,
see you.
so right now we're taking words and writing sentences in the chat box. So we're just taking a word and writing a sentence in the chat box. And Serhat, welcome to class. Serhat, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. And so, like I said to David, so we're just taking a word right here and writing it a sentence in the chat box. And so Dima's already written one. We're just waiting for the rest of the class right now. So hopefully we'll get finished with that quickly. Does anybody have questions about what they're supposed to do? Nice job, Oscar. Okay, and so let's start now. Dima, can you read your sentence out loud?
I have signed contract with my renter today.
Okay, good. I have signed contract.
I have
We
signed
would probably, we're missing an article, and we would use
a contract.
a contract, yeah.
Yes.
And we'd probably use the simple past tense instead of the present perfect.
Past tense. I signed.
Yeah, I signed. I signed a contract with my renter today. And I
But
think that
it's
sounds good.
today now.
Yeah,
Today.
and so
No,
you
past.
could use the present perfect, I have signed. I've signed. You could say, I have already signed the contract.
Okay.
But if it's just today, it already happened, it's over. Kind of. So we just the simple past. I signed a contract. Can you read the whole sentence?
I signed a contract with my renter today.
Okay, good. And Oscar, can you read your sentence as well?
I will check all parts of the house to see what needs to be repaired.
Okay, I will check all parts of the house to see what needs to be repaired. We're probably missing an article here. What article is missing?
I don't know, these all the parts? I don't know.
Yeah. Check all the parts of the house to see what needs to be repaired.
Yes.
All the parts of the house. And so maybe you could also say, I'll check the whole house to see what needs to be repaired. The whole. So instead, you could say either all the parts of or the whole. So one of the two, and they both work just as well. So really good work. And so it doesn't look like we've got anybody else writing any sentences.
Yes.
Bunserm, can you read? Can you make a sentence using advertisement? Can you just say a sentence using the word advertisement?
Okay. We can promote a product by use advertisement.
Okay, so that would be a little bit different. Maybe we can promote a product by using advertising. Can you read that sentence one more time? Can you read that sentence one more time?
Yes. We could promote a product by using advertising.
Yeah.
We can. Okay. Can.
Okay. Yeah, nice job, Bunserm. Okay, and let's go on to the next page. And let's have Oscar, can you read the title?
Gerund and infinitives, yes?
Yeah, exactly.
Fill in the blank with the gerund of or an infinitive. To buy, to give, to move, to sell, to clean. Don't forget.
Okay, Yeah, try the first one.
Yes. Don't forget to buy the keys to the client. I not to buy, to give the keys to the client.
Perfect. Yeah, don't forget to give the keys to the client. Good. David, what about the next one?
Oh, yeah, yes, sure. I hate. I have to move into a new apartment. New apartment. Packing and unpacking is such a pain.
Good. Yeah, I hate moving into a new apartment. Really good job. Nice job with that gerund. Demo, what about the next one?
Uh, I imagine to buy or that house every day. So no,
Not quite.
to move, to move. I
Okay.
imagine to move that
So
house.
you were closer the first time. So it is the verb to buy, but we need to change it into the gerund.
Buying. I imagine buying that house every day.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine buying that house every day. Fine. Good. Really nice
Ah,
job. Unserm, what about the next sentence?
Okay. Can you scroll it upward? I cannot see the last sentence.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Does that help?
Okay, yes, thank you. Uh, uh, I need to clean the house by Tuesday.
Nice. Okay, that works. There's another verb that we could use here. What other verb would work?
Sorry?
Okay, so there are two verbs that could work here. So clean is good. What other verb could work?
Cleaning.
Okay, not quite. So a different verb. So not a different conjugation, but a different verb. So what other verb could work?
Oh, I need to move. To move.
Okay,
Oh,
not
sorry.
quite.
To sell. To sell.
Yeah, I need to sell the house by Tuesday. So it could be like a real estate agent is what the idea is. So I need to sell the house by Tuesday. Really good. Both of those could work. So really nice job, Boonzer. And let's have Oscar. What about the last one?
The house still needs to clean.
Close. It's a little bit different. The house still needs to clean. We'd actually change it a little bit. How do we change that?
The change that is the house still needs to sell.
Okay. So you're right the first time. We would use the verb to clean,
Yes.
but we need to change it into the gerund in this case.
I don't know. The gerund, it is the house still needs cleaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the house still needs cleaning.
Yes.
So because it's a little bit more passive with needs, we'd use the gerund. With the active things, I need to clean or I need to sell, we use the
Yeah.
infinitive. So it's like passive and active with to sell or to clean, and the verb to need. It's a little bit tricky, but that was good. Does anyone have any questions here? Any questions?
The teacher, the gerunds are all the time is passive.
Not all the time, just when we're using the verb need in front.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
So, yeah, I imagine buying that house.
Yes.
It's not really passive in that case.
Hmm.
So it depends always on the verb that comes before, if you choose the infinitive or the gerund. So it's kind of a guessing game. So let's try. Oh, I'm trying to copy this for you guys. Sorry. This. And let's get it in the chat box. So let's go to this page and try the first activity. So let me know when you arrive to the page that you see in the chat box. And is everybody there? Okay, nice, Dima. Boonsarm, what about you? Are you there?
Not yet. We can use this slide from where?
Okay, so in the chat box. So in the chat box, there are applications on this computer screen. So if you go to the chat box, so it's an application on the left. It's a blue box. Click on the chat box.
Oh,
And you'll be able to
okay,
see
okay.
the link in that chat box.
Okay, see it already. Okay.
Okay. And you can click on that. Does that work?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And David, are you there still?
Yeah, Joshua, I am here.
Okay. And did you get to the page?
No.
Okay. Do you see the link in the chat box?
Ah, the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the page is loading right now.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's start with Oscar. Oscar, can you read the first sentence with the correct verb?
One moment. Oh, teacher. Everybody arrange to meet at the train station 30 minutes before the train departed.
Good. Awesome job. And then David, what about the next one?
Okay, Joshua. Simon resists to speak Italian during her English training program in London. She wanted to take advantage of the opportunity to improve her English.
Okay. Good. It's a little bit different for that one, David. What's the other answer that would be better?
Speaking?
Yeah, she resisted speaking. So can you repeat Simona resisted speaking Italian?
Simona resisted speaking Italian.
Good.
I have a question, Joshua.
Yeah.
Resisted is a verb?
Resisted? Yeah, resisted is a verb.
But when is not when you use a verb before, you have to use after the infinitive.
Okay, nope. So when you use a verb before, you need to choose whether it's the infinitive or the gerund. So it depends on the verb. So I care. Do you use an infinitive or gerund after care? And so some verbs change, like need. So the house needs cleaning, but I need to clean the house. So that actually takes both the infinitive or the gerund, and it depends on the situation. So it's kind of one of those things where you need to memorize just the thing that comes next. It's a little bit tricky. But Romance languages are a little bit more similar than some other languages. Let's Dima, what about you for the number 3?
Do you care to join us later for dinner? We are meeting Tony in Italian restaurant downtown.
Good. Do you care to join us? Perfect. What about the next one, Bunsam?
We wait to see what would happen next, but nothing happened.
Yeah, we waited to see. Can you repeat we waited to see?
We waited to see what would happen next, but nothing happened.
Good. Awesome job. And Adela, welcome to class. Adela, how are you doing? Adela, can you hear me? Okay, Adela, I can't hear you. Maybe if you leave class and come right back, that might solve it. But it doesn't look like your microphone is working right now. So let's try Oscar. Can you try the next sentence?
What the number? I don't know. It's Julius. The 5 sentence. Yes.
Yeah.
That is Julius Wobet returning to his home country once again to see the village where he and his family had lived before the war.
Sorry, can you repeat Julius vowed? Julius vowed.
Julius vowed.
Yeah,
Returning.
vowed. Good. And we wouldn't use the gerund. We'd use the infinitive in this case.
This case is gerund. This is Julius vows to return to his home country once again to see the village where he and his family had lived before the war.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Had lived. Can you repeat had lived?
Had lived.
Had lived.
Had lived.
Close. And we need to get that D sound. So, lived. Can you repeat one more time?
Had lived. Lived.
Lived. Lived.
Lived.
Good. That's a tough one to get for sure, but that's definitely better. Lived.
Lived.
Good. That's much better, Oscar. Good job.
Lived.
David, what about the next one?
Number 6, right?
Yes, number 6.
Okay. Diana Jones traveling to Faro, exotic destination.
Okay, good. Diana yearns to travel to far-off, exotic destinations. Can you repeat that sentence one more time?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Diana yearns to travel to far-off, exotic destinations.
Nice, awesome job. Okay, and Dimo, what about the next one?
When she got through reading her book, she laid on the table next to the bed and went to sleep.
Nice, exactly. When she got through reading her books. Perfect. What about the next one? Boonser, can you try the next one?
Yes. They expect arriving much earlier, but their plane was delayed in Paris.
Okay, not quite. It's actually the other one.
They expect to arrive much earlier, but that plane was delayed in Paris.
Yeah, but their plane was delayed. Can you repeat delayed?
Delayed.
And Adela. Oh?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Welcome to class, Adela. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. It's nice to see you, Adela. And can you see the link that I sent?
Yes, I have the link.
Okay.
This is 9, no? Michael postponed to clean the bathroom as long as possible. He hates cleaning.
Okay, good. The answer is a little bit different.
Cleaning, sorry. Michael postponed cleaning the bathroom as long as possible.
Perfect.
He hates cleaning.
Good job. And what about the next one, Oscar? Oscar, are you there? And Oscar, it looks like maybe you're... Yeah, there you go.
Yes. How can you defend can to defend to say such terrible things to him?
How can you defend close? Not quite. It's a little bit different.
How can you defend saying such terrible things to him?
Perfect. Yeah, we would use saying there. Okay. And so, yeah, really nice job. This is a really good website to practice using the infinitive and the gerund. I'm going to give you, so in the chat box right now, there's a tutorial. So it'll kind of teach you some of the rules, what infinitive and gerunds are, and how to kind of manage them. And there's some other activities there that you guys can do on your own. So check out that website. It's a really good infinitive and gerund website. But let's go to the next page. And actually, that one's a little bit tough. Let's try this one. David, can you read the title and the idiom?
Yeah, there's one here. Idiom. What does this idiom mean?
Idiom.
Sorry. What does this idiom mean?
Good.
In the doghouse, to be in trouble.
Perfect. Okay. Really nice job. And let's have Dima. Can you read the example?
Reading helps you learn English. Your favorite hobby is reading. I enjoy reading.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think, are you on that page? Can we go back to the presentation? So back to this page.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I forgot to take out the trash again this weekend, and Caroline is so mad. I'm definitely in the doghouse.
And maybe she won't even talk to me.
She won't even talk to me.
Good. Okay, and so let's have Dima. Can you ask Bunserm this question at the bottom of the page?
Have you ever been in the doghouse? Explain.
Yes. Sometime when we make appointment to my friend, but I forgot to go in time, so I'm in the doghouse.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
To go, so I'm in the doghouse. Perfect. Awesome job. So I made an appointment with my friend, but I forgot to go, so I'm in the doghouse. Really good job, Bunserm. What about you, Adela? Have you ever been in the doghouse?
Sometimes, because I remember one time I forgot the birthday, my mother's birthday, and she's angry with me. She was angry
Nice.
with me.
That's awesome. Really good sentence. Good grammar. She was angry with me. Really nice job with that possessive S. So my mother's birthday. That's always really hard at it, but great job.
Thank you.
Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay, good. And let's go on to the next page then. And let's have Adela. Can you ask Oscar the first question?
Oscar, in your opinion, what is the best way to convince someone to lower the price of a house or apartment?
I don't know. This, my opinion, is the major area on the city near to your work.
I'm not sure what you mean, Oscar. So, what about this first question? So, in your opinion?
In my opinion, the best way to convince someone is the lower is the location of the apartment near to your work.
Okay. Location. So maybe by saying the location of the apartment
Yes,
is close
it's
to
close.
your work. Um, okay. David, do you think that would increase or decrease the cost of the apartment? So if you say you really need it because it's close to your work, do you think that would increase or decrease the price?
I think it's the opposite. I think increase the price because you are saying that you need to live there because your work is near. So maybe the salesman is going to take what you say like an advantage because you give that advantage.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that might increase the price because the salesman would say, well, since you
You
really
need
want this
to
house,
pay
it's
more.
more desirable. Yeah, it's a value, right, Adela? I think so. So Demo, what about you? What do you think is the best way to convince somebody to lower the price?
In my opinion, the best way to convince someone to lower the price is saying about small meters in house, in flat, off flat, or about size of apartment.
Yeah, so comment on the size of the
Yeah.
apartment. Maybe say that the house is too small.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that'd work.
for example.
For sure. Okay. And Dima, can you ask Bunser the next question?
What is the most important thing to consider when choosing a house or apartment, and why?
Okay. I think the most important thing to consider when choosing apartment is about the location and the uh, the comfortable uh, to go to work and
Okay.
the environment is important too. Okay.
What else? Sorry?
And the environment uh, such as the neighbor or the near the nearby roommate is important too.
The nearby what?
The 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 beside the nearer house, the nearer room, the next two room.
So
Uh,
like your neighbors? Is that what you're talking
yes,
about?
yes, like the neighbor, but the friend that live in the another room that's close to my room.
I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, can you write in the chat box? Can you write in the chat
Uh,
box what you're saying?
uh, yes, I
Sorry.
I cannot write because it's no box. Uh,
The chat box
but
doesn't work?
it's no work now. But
Okay.
I can say the friend is live in the another rooms close to my room.
Oh, your roommates.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, it's definitely important to like make sure you have good roommates. Awesome.
Yes.
Adela, what do you think is the most important thing to consider?
I think I agree with the classmate about the neighbor home, neighbor house, or I don't know, neighbor home. or what is
Yeah.
the neighbor, because it's important place sure with good transport is important, near to work. I think they are different things to consider in to buy or to rent an apartment.
Yeah. Those are important things to consider. Important things to consider when buying or renting an
An
apartment.
apartment.
Yeah. Nice. Really good job. Good answer. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Or one question.
Let's go.
And second questions, may I say what is the most important thing for considering when choosing or not?
No, we would say to consider, so we definitely need the infinitive there.
It's not possible for considering.
No. It's actually an error that a lot of people make too. A lot of people use the preposition for plus the gerund
Yes.
in a way to replace the infinitive.
It's not right?
No, infinitive is wrong for sure. But yeah, it's a really common error. We do need the infinitive there. The important thing to consider. But really good question. Do you have any other questions? Okay. So hopefully not. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Oscar. Can you read the first roll?
Yes, teacher. You just moved into the new house. You see the person who lies next to you, standing outside. You want to introduce yourself.
Good. Okay. And let's have David. Can you read person B?
Okay, Joshua. You are outside getting the mail. You see someone walking towards you. You don't know them.
Nice. Okay. Good. And so let's have Oscar. Can you play role A? And David, can you play role B?
Hello, hello.
Okay. Yeah. So David, can you start again with the hello?
Yeah, hello.
David is role A and me as role B?
No, you are B, you are A.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Thank you, I am doing well. How is everything?
I knew in this side. Are you from?
Yeah, I have been living here for a long time. I see that you are new in the blog.
Oh, yes. I knew. You know this location is near to let's say to buy, or do you say the mark or
The grocery stores. You mean?
do you know the near of this location for I buy the I don't know the supermarket? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, be relaxed. I know this place very well. If you want, we can go and I can give you a tour for the neighbor. I can show you where are the grocery stores, supermarkets, where are the parks. If you have kids, you can take them to the park, and I can present you all of the neighbors, your neighbors. No?
Okay. I
Thank
can
you.
introduce you
Yeah, sorry.
to all the neighbors. I can present you would work too. Introduce might just sound a little bit better. And I hate to interrupt, but we're just about out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up class? Any last questions? Okay. And so, again, you guys did a really great job, all of you. Hopefully I'll see you guys in class again soon. I do have another class coming up after this, so maybe I'll see you there. But yeah, have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon.
Thank you.